It's not you, it's me, but you kind of feel like it might be you. When you're dating, if you're not creating the connection you want, it can be so frustrating to know, what do we need to change? Is it a numbers game? Is it something with me that I need to change that's going to create the different result? Today, I'm going to show you 5 signs that give you confidence that no, it's not you, it's actually them, or simply not your match, so that you can stay the course with confidence and tweak only what needs to be tweaked. Because when it comes to love, there is a numbers game that is required to meet enough people so that you can stay open, keep going, and meet your person. And at the same time, there's also an inner game. There's the mindset, the heart set, the skill sets required to call in your person and build a beautiful relationship. And the confusing part is knowing which lever to pull. So in this video, I'm going to show you the green lights that show you that you are on the right track, so that you know all you need to do is keep moving forward. And I'm going to show you a couple of red flag warning signs that might point to an inner game tune-up that could be required. So green light sign number 1 is you are meeting a wide variety of people. If you're encountering all kinds of people, outdoorsy people, spiritual people, the analytical people, creative people, different ages, different professions, different backgrounds, if you're giving yourself enough variety, then you're exploring different vibes. You're exploring lots of different opportunities, and you're not what I call type locked. And why this is important is because each person that you meet, you're going to learn what you like, what you don't like, and you're going to allow yourself to refine. I believe that spirit brings us individuals to help us discover how to love and be loved in greater ways. And so this is evidence that you're open and you're not just boxing yourself into a limited perspective. Now, here's a warning sign. If you find that you're only meeting unavailable people, or you're only meeting people who have avoidant attachment styles or narcissists, or if your dates are like this copy and paste experience of this chaotic or emotionally MIA type of guy, know this, that's important data. And what might be contributing to this is a hidden gain of staying single. In other words, it's the unconscious belief that says, I am safe when I'm single. If I actually attract a guy who I want to be with and who likes me back, and if there's a part of us that doesn't feel that we're lovable or doesn't feel enough, then that unconscious belief believes that we're going to get rejected, and that will be painful. And so what we do is we recreate a pattern of people that we would never choose or who would never choose us in order to keep us safe and single. And so here's some inner game tune-up questions that you can ask to begin to explore, is this something that I should focus on? Number 1 is, what benefit might I be getting from meeting these unavailable men? Second question is, what if I fully received healthy love? What might I have to risk? Where can I widen my approach, right? Expand the filters, distance filters, age filters, a new app or a new event to meet a wider variety of people. The second green light sign that is not you, it's them, and just stay the course, is you often make it past the first date. So if you're getting second dates, third dates with decent people, you're feeling some connection, but it's just not all the way there that it's your person. If it doesn't turn into the one, know this, you're creating connection. There's laughter, there's stories, there's common interest. And why this means you're good, why it's a green flag, is because it shows social attunement. You're curious, you're present, you're easy to be with, you're creating connection with them, common interest with them. And so therefore the engine is working with you. It just, you haven't quite met your person yet. On the other hand, the warning sign is if you're experiencing lots of ghosting or no second dates, despite genuine effort, that's a pattern you want to look at. You want to look at approachability. You want to look at your openness. You want to look at how fun the dates are. And you might want to look at the date structure. This first date, you really want it to be short and fun. You want to focus on how enjoyable it is and how many connection points you can create with this person if you're feeling aligned with them. What you're not doing is you're not interviewing them, really trying to assess if they're your long-term person. That's way too much pressure for them and for you to try to discover on a first date. The number one thing, the only thing you're thinking about on a first date is, does this feel expansive? And would I like to see them one more time? The third green light sign that you're on the right course is that rejection stings, but it doesn't sink you. In other words, you go out with a guy, he doesn't ask you out for a second date, or he cancels on you. What happens is it might feel disappointing, it might feel sad, or maybe you've gone out a few times and the guy says, I'm not feeling it, or he just ghosts you altogether. You're not spinning in your mind about it, and you're not spiraling down into this I'm not enough energy. Why does this always happen to me? Nothing ever works out for me. You're not getting mired in those disempowering stories. Instead, you notice that you've got an empowered frame. You've got an empowered mindset. It might be like, oh, like you honor the disappointment. You honor the feeling like, oh man, that hurts. Like that doesn't feel good. I feel sad about this. But you know that you're still an amazing person and that this is just not your person. You're holding the mindset that every rejection is actually important in terms of moving you forward. You're holding the mindset that, and I love this, rejection is God's protection. Rejection is redirection, moving you in the direction of your person. Because the truth of the matter is, you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Maybe you're espresso, and not everyone's going to be handling that level of buzz. We each have the person that's right for us. The fourth green light sign is that you've also made peace rejecting others. In other words, you honor your no. You don't say yes when really what you want to do is say no. Like you don't accept a date when really you don't want to go out with this guy again. And you're clear, but you're also kind about it. One of my big green growing edges was I had such a hard time with rejecting others. I would say yes when I really didn't want to go out with that person again. And therefore, what happened is I shrunk down the number of opportunities I would give myself because I was so afraid of hurting somebody else's feelings, like discovering that I didn't really like them and then having to reject them. That was such an uncomfortable feeling for me that I wouldn't actually ask somebody out to just explore. If I wasn't convinced that they could be the one before I had even met them, which is crazy, then I wouldn't even give it a chance. And that kept me stuck for years. When I finally put on the mindset that it's okay to reject people, it's just part of the landscape of the nature of dating. Like it just goes along with it. What happened was it opened up all kinds of possibilities. Explore going on dates with a wider variety of people, which is so valuable. And here's the mindset that fuels that outcome. The mindset is, you know, even if they like you and you don't like them and you're going to reject them, you know that the right person is really out there for them, that they deserve someone who feels the same way about them that they're feeling about that person. And if that's not you, you know that other person exists. And so you're willing to get out of the way to let them find that person. And so here's what that looks like. That looks like after a few dates, if you're really not feeling it, you think, do I want to see this person one more time? And the answer is not really. No. Then you are direct with kindness and you say, hey, I'm not feeling the romantic chemistry here. I really appreciate your time. I've enjoyed our time together. And I think this is going to be the last date for me. But know this, I'm wishing you all the best in your search for love. And yeah, it's going to sting, but it's way better like a Band-Aid to rip it off quick, be open, straightforward with kindness versus ghost somebody or not give yourself even the chance to go on that date. I've talked to so many men that respect the woman who's willing to give it a chance and then say, yeah, I'm not feeling it, but be open about it versus ghost them about it. And here's the side benefit to this. When you actually say no, when you mean no, it develops self-respect. And self-respect attracts respect. Saying no to almost right creates space or capacity for truly right in your life. And it also speaks to your secure attachment. Your worth isn't riding on a particular outcome, and it's amazing. It becomes magnetic. You open the door and you give yourself so many more opportunities. One of my clients, when she first came into the program, was so scared about saying no to guys that she didn't like, but they liked her. So she kept saying yes to these dates. These guys were going out with her and she felt guilty about going out, but she didn't really like them. And ultimately what happened was, as you can imagine, her energy felt drained. She ultimately felt resentful at herself more than anything else. And so that energy was kind of keeping her in this stuck pattern. So she did two things. She reframed rejection as actually a gift that she was giving the guy to help that guy find his person faster, and gave her the words to say, look, I'm not feeling the romantic chemistry. I appreciate the time we've spent together, but I'm wishing you all the best in your search for love. And what this created for her was really opened her energy in a beautiful way. She stopped crowding her calendar with maybes, kind of see, and ultimately opened up room for her yes guy. And within like 30 days, she ended up meeting her person. It was a huge shift. And this actually leads right into sign number 5, green light, you're on the right track, is you're holding a possibility mindset. In other words, the majority of you believes in the existence of love for yourself, that he exists. You know he exists. There might be doubts that creep in. None of us are perfect. But just because he hasn't shown up yet doesn't mean he doesn't exist. And you balance that possibility of hope with your standards. It's either going to be the guy you're dating or someone even better still. And that's how it sounds in your mind. You're thinking, okay, it's this or someone even better still. Or if it doesn't work out, the mindset is every date is a step forward. Every date leads me to my man. And what this looks like is you keep showing up. You're going online. You're taking aligned steps each week. You're refining your skill sets, tiny improvements. So how can you show up in your fullness in who you are, refining your profile, and you keep receiving and you keep staying open to possibilities. Instead of immediately thinking, well, this isn't going to work, you're more in touch with, there might be a possibility here. I'm going to stay open to that. And I'm going to give you a quick tool right now that can help amplify this energy. And it's a time machine tool. Here at Brave Thinking Institute, we teach a technology where you get to match the energy of the version of you who's already created the results. And so what you want to do is you close your eyes, you place your hand on your heart, you take a few deep breaths in, and then you imagine a scene in the future version of your life, maybe a year from now, where it all works out and you're in the relationship that you've always wanted. And it might be the two of you or this beautiful dinner together, candlelit dinner, tablecloth, and the waiter comes and pours your favorite drinks and you toast together and you feel his energy and it just feels so good. That's one example. Pick an image that resonates with you and see it and feel it. And here's the clue. Your subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between an actual experience and a vividly imagined experience. The hormones, the cascade, the energy is all the same. And so when your mind and your body become one and aligned, that's when you attract this into your life even faster. It's like giving the universe a Google Maps pin and allowing life to put you at the right place at the right time to meet him. And if you would love support with this, we've got an amazing program called Manifest Your Man that can meet you right where you are in the mindset, the heart set, the skill set to help you attract the guy you want even faster. So these green lights act as guidance for us to know whether or not we really need to do an inner work reset or stay the course, just keep going, stay in that positive belief because you are on the right track. I would love to hear from you. Where are you in this? Are you on the right track or is there some inner work that needs to be done? Either way is beautiful awareness to help you align with a relationship that you want. So feel a big hug from me to you. I appreciate you. Here's to your amazing, expansive love life. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.